I haven't seen too many candidates for who has the best defense since Canelo has faced certain guys in the past. But with Terrence Crawford, you can definitely throw his name in the mix as a guy who definitely has shown a lot of promise and has a lot of great performances with his defense. I know against Majramal, people was questioning him having the ability to get out of the way of certain punches. But then they say he doesn't go for it and he moves around a lot. So, I don't know if he can impress people as far as with his performance. If he's really being judged certain ways. And, even on some lists, he's not even listed as a pound for pound guy. So, and that would be a surprise to a lot of people. But to be honest with you, he is. He's not on pound for pound on a lot of lists, which is odd, even on BoxRec. But it's certain things that go on in boxing. Terrence Crawford is very underrated, man. His defense is one of the most underrated things. I think he has some of the best defense for anybody that's actually faced Canelo Alvarez in his career. And that kind of says a lot about where Canelo is right now in his career, man. He really hasn't faced a guy like Terrence Crawford, defense wise, as far as I've seen. Bivol has good defense. I think he has probably the best defense out of most of the fighters that Canelo's win against. Caleb Plant has some good defense as well, but Golovkin has some good defense. It's a lot of fighters that have good defense that Canelo's win against. Lara, but we know Floyd. Floyd definitely has the best defense out of anybody Canelo's win against. But outside of that, it's not too many names I can look at and say that they are that much better than Terrence Crawford. Kind of just looking for some names and can't really think of any. I think Terrence Crawford is one of the best defensive fighters that Canelo Alvarez has actually faced, and he's going to have a hard time. As far as power punches, it's only 7 power punches being landed on Terrence Crawford per round, which is one of the lowest numbers you can find in boxing. As far as his defense, man, you can't really overlook him. And I know a lot of people, when they think of him, they think of the knockouts and his power, but Terrence Crawford's defense is a huge skill set that gets overlooked a lot. And I think that Terrence and with Canelo Alvarez, he hasn't faced a guy like Terrence Crawford. Defense is going to be shown throughout the fight. I'm just going to let people know that right now. As far as the defense, Canelo only landing 7 punches. If that's the situation that happens, Terrence Crawford will be able to, he already used a Philly shell defense. He likes to block punches with his fist a lot of times. He likes to counter punch. He uses the jab very well in certain situations. But Terrence Crawford, man, he's going to be able to mix it up. And he has a high guard a lot of times. His fighting IQ is good, though. Like, the counter punch is basically his defense turned into, a rough fight, a knockout performance. That's how a lot of times he catches these guys in certain positions and ends up knocking them out or hurting them late in the fight with the counter punching and the aggression. But a lot of guys don't have answers for that high guard. But we know that Canelo Alvarez will be in the high guard as well. But I think that Terrence Crawford's defense is very underrated, and it's going to give Canelo Alvarez some issues. I know people are talking about being able to withstand the power, but other than that, I don't see any really trouble that people are talking about that Canelo is presenting to Terrence Crawford. It's not really too many issues. All I've heard was a few things, and that's about it. The power and nothing else. But we'll see what happens in the future. But Terrence Crawford is definitely one of the best defensive fighters that Canelo Alvarez has faced so far.